Hello, hello, hello. We're back in the room and we are doing Queen Rock Montreal. It's that one there, that one there. Originally released 29th of October 2007 and recorded at the Spectrum Montreal Forum. Is that right? In Quebec on the 24th and 25th of November 91 during the game tour. However, it's interesting about this one is it existed before its release on the 29th of October 2007 as a film called We Will Rock You. But at that time, Queen didn't own it. The producers of the footage owned it, and it was out on VHS in the 80s, and I think they reissued it quite a few times. May have even come out on DVD. I remember it being around a lot, and it was pretty grainy, and But then Queen, the band, regained their ownership of the footage, and they cleaned it all up and they put it out in it's quite a spectacular version. It's out on double CD, Blu-ray, DVD. And apparently, there was even a triple vinyl. Again, we're doing like CD, Blu-ray. I'm going to say get the Blu-ray. It looks spectacular. It really does. And again, if somebody who'd owned and like one of the early tapes of this, it's like night and day because they filmed it. I think they filmed it in 35mm film stock, And so instead of it being videoed, like a lot of film concerts are videoed, and the thing about VHS is it was a very practical way of filming things back in the day because tapes were easy to deal with. You weren't dealing with film because film is complicated. Film's complicated to film, to take pictures with because you've got to have light and lenses and whatnot. Whereas video is a lot more flexible, and again with duplication and editing, a lot more flexible than film. But with this one, it was actually recorded on 35mm film, and so when it came down to being remastered, I guess that's probably the best way of calling it, or rescanned, they could get a much better, higher resolution, cleaner than clean version of it. It's a bit like Peter Gabriel. It was called Point of View originally, but that was cleaned up and put out in the Blu-ray. Whereas his live material from the 90s was done on video, and it's a bit scratchy in comparison. They can't clean it up, and that's the kind of comparison. And so yeah, it's really good. I mean, I know this one. I know this one, like I said, because I owned an older version of it. And like I said, this is for the game. This was promoting the Game album in 1981. And again, the game, you got to remember, Queen were doing an awful lot at the time. Not only did they have the Game album, but they had Flash Gordon. I don't know how they managed to fit everything in at the same time. I mean, and Hot Space was not that far away. It's not even 6 months to the live at the Bowl, live at Queen on Fire live at the Bowl concert we just talked about previously. If you're watching this in chronological order in the playlisting, it's November, December. It's not even 6 months. I mean, how did they do it? No, not copious amounts of drugs. That's not right. We know Queen were good, clean living boys. But it is amazing. Again, they have the introduction. Opens with the fast version of We Will Rock You, which has become a bit of a staple. Let Me Entertain You, which again you'd think they'd probably start the show with that, wouldn't you? Really, because it lends itself more to opening a show. Play the Game, Somebody to Love, Killer Queen. I'm in Love with My Car, and it's a great version because it's lovely and pristine and super Blu-ray HD, not Ultra HD, just boring old HD. We get to see Roger Taylor doing his thing. Then we get up to have a wee because Get Down, Make Love comes on. Followed by Save Me Now Mere, Dragon Attack. And this was, again, it was this concert where I got to really enjoy the likes of Dragon Attack. I just love that song. Love that song so much. Now I'm here. Love my life. Under pressure, no Bowie. And then we go back in time for Keep Yourself Alive. Get a nice bit of drums from Roger Taylor, and then Brian May comes in and does his guitar solo, and that leads us into Flash and The Hero. Again, we've seen that before. They combine those two. They do it at live at the Milton Keynes Bowl. Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Jailhouse Rock. Did you see what they did there? Oh, I did. I saw them. Tie Mother Down. Another One Bites Dust, and again, Nat and Dragon Attack's great. Sheer Art Attack, yes, but this time it's in Blu-ray. It's in HD. Fantastic, super HD. We Will Rock You, We're the Champions, God Save the Queen. So yeah, it's a fairly standard set list. There's no real surprises there. At this point, again, if you look at this, compare this to one for the Hot Space Tour, they just remove certain things. Again, they're very clever with their set list. You do get a real sense of the catalogue. I mean, yeah, they do ignore some of the early stuff. It's a little bit represented, but it's the hits. It's the hits and a few album tracks sprinkled in there to keep everybody happy. I do find that Queen, when it comes to drawing up a set list, they have, they knew what they were doing. It was like, yeah, they were pleasing the audience. It was about doing the show and not, we got a new album, so you're gonna have to listen to this new album first. They sprinkled, they peppered the hits with the new stuff, and so it's a good way. It's a good way of doing things. But yeah, and there's also a real swagger. Again, you watch Freddie Mercury's performance on this. Yeah, he's always bombast to it, but there's a real swagger to his performance. It's really, it's like, yeah, he knows what I'm doing. He knows what he's doing, but it's different. It's different to the Wembley one, where again that was more celebratory. Here, they're just, he's prowling the stage like he's a lion. And he's going to eat you. He's going to eat you up. Yeah. It's a really good one, but that's probably because they've cleaned it up and they've made it look so good. It is, but you can see that at this point in their career, they were firing on all cylinders. They're just such a great live act, and they were doing that. They were doing that for such a long time. So yeah, it might be one that you might haven't seen. Again, I think this one's also available, and if you're in the UK on Now TV, so you can watch that on there. And it's a personal favourite of mine. I really like this one. Good selection of material and tight. And yeah, and it's interesting because, like I said, I remember the old scratchy VHS version, and then when you see this new improved one, it's just, wow, it really is amazing, and I really like it. It's a personal favourite of mine, this one. So, yep, it's a goodie. So yeah, I've been talking about Queen Rock Montreal. There's Freddie there. Look, if I do that, it looks like my thumb's Fred's leg. Look at that. If I look, I can look at that. It's special effects, that is. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Do check that one out because it's good fun, and we'll be doing this again with the next one in the sequence, which is the Queen goes to Budapest. They go to Budapest back in 1986, and that's an interesting one as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. There's only one more thing left to say. By now you should know that is ta-da.